Is Shohei Ohtani the greatest baseball player of all time?
50-50. Never been done, right?
No.
Never been done.
50-50.
Right. That's crazy.
Insane.
You know, not everyone's a sports geek. You know, they're just regular geeks.
Sorry, I have to do it every week. Now you guys deal with it.
Right.
How do you like it?
It's 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases.
Oh, wait, I didn't know. I'm gonna start. If I make it to 90, I'm gonna start doing heroin. I swear to God.
Just to see it.
I mean, at that point, yeah,
at that
I'm just
point,
gonna start doing shit. Yeah.
At that point, you want to experience it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it in ways like you shouldn't even do it. Like I'm gonna melt spoons and stuff.
But then they'll have like an Star Trek shot.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do it the old way. I'm gonna get a spoon. I'm gonna heat that shit up.
The unchosen ones.
Issues? I think you just sexually assaulted that microphone.
Shut your mouth.
That's not a good way to start. Did you see The Penguin?
Yeah, just saw it
You just watched it?
on the way over.
Nice. Wasn't that amazing?
Really good.
I mean, so
Is
good.
it too much like Sopranos?
I mean, the mom, right? Like the mom
But
has
even-
like the same dynamic.
You think he's playing the Sopranos guy? Like, is he taking?
I don't know if they're like trying to mimic it, but I think they
Yeah.
wanted to inject like that kind of real world mob, presence that grounded.
Yeah.
Well, this whole Gotham is the most grounded real world iteration that we've ever seen in live action. This is really like, this looks like, usually when you're watching these movies, it looks like a different Earth with superheroes. In it. It's like, it's not this universe, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a different Earth that has all this amazing things, these amazing things going on. But when I watch the Batman and when I watch this, that could be like, just some kind of rundown city in the real world that I just haven't been to.
It might be the most realistic iteration of a comic book. Whole world,
right?
That there's ever been.
Yeah, because the Batman movie, you really could see like if someone had his resources, like that's kind of what it would look like, if someone had that kind of money and access to future military tech, things like that, and the motivation, And then the way everyone reacted to him in that movie too, like the cops and everything, that was so like real world. Like, look at this freak. And he did look like a freak in that movie when he was walking in there, and everyone's just staring at him. That was the most real world reaction I've seen to bystanders looking at Batman in a film. And then this is just injecting like the underworld. Yeah. Because we saw it in, Gotham.
This is a little Gotham-esque.
Yeah, it is, but it's even more
grittier.
It's even grittier and it's even more grounded. Yeah, it's even more. What's the word?
Roadhouse.
They're going to take a break from Roadhouse.
Never.
It's like kind of like a little bit like The Wire-ish. Definitely a Sopranos vibe for sure.
Yes,
100%. And some of the things that happen in there. This will be a week after it, so we could talk about spoilers. Yeah. When he just shoots poor Joel from Mrs. Maisel. Mr. Maisel got killed in the first 5 seconds. I was like, oh, cool. Joel's in this. Not for long. And the woman who plays Sophia, she was the mother in How I Met Your Mother. Yeah. She is really unnerving. She's like, she gives you like kind of Harley Quinn vibes, really nuts. And I guess we're going to get to see some of that. And they showed some Arkham flashbacks and things like that. That looked pretty cool.
Is the kid supposed to be somebody?
I think he might end up being
Victor?
someone.
That's not Zaslav.
No, it's not Victor Zsasz.
No.
No. I don't know who he might, if he's going to be someone of importance or not. Not sure. I think at some point we get to see Pattinson in this as well.
I thought they said he's not going to be in it.
Oh, I thought they said he is going to be in it.
I heard he's not in it.
Oh, now he's not in it? All right. Either way, it's okay. Yeah. They're just the referencing.
They don't need it.
No, they don't need it. They really don't. Just the referencing it is good enough. No, keeping it in the Gotham world, because he's just, every time he's on screen, he gives you that kind of Tony Soprano vibe. He takes over the whole scene. He's really.
But it's not like it's like a good take on Penguin. Like it's an interesting, real take on.
Yeah,
him.
and a character that I've never really cared for. Like I never went and bought. I got to buy that comic. The Penguin's in it. Or when the Adam West show was on, and if it was a Penguin episode, I was like,
Right.
Yeah, you didn't want the Penguin. You wanted the other three.
He's not a super villain.
No,
It's not what
No, he's a mob boss.
Yeah.
It's what he's always been. He's an informant and a mob boss.
Right.
And I don't know if they probably won't have his trick umbrellas at any point.
Maybe they'll do something about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
The car is purple.
I mean, you could always do, the car is purple.
Yeah.
You could always do like a knife that comes out of that's always safe to do. You know, you could do some kind of spear.
I don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they're going to do something jokey like that.
Yeah, too campy. They'll stay.
How many seasons is this supposed to go?
I don't know. Colin Farrell said that he had like kind of a nightmare of a time with that makeup every day. It's like 3-4 hours every day. I know.
Sorry.
But if you were in that, you would probably get upset with it too.
But I'm not. So he should shut his mouth.
So you're saying you'd trade with him?
Yeah, I would. I don't know how many seasons you can do it. I mean, keep it really good.
Right. Yeah.
Because once he becomes the Penguin.
Yeah, exactly. Once he becomes the mob boss.
You're going to drag it out.
Like, what are you going to do? Drag out his ascension for like 3-4 years?
You can't.
No. Once he becomes the boss, that's it. Then it should go into Batman.
The interesting part is the ascension to the
boss. And him becoming the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Once he's the Kingpin, then that's it. Now you go, and now it's a Batman story again. Right.
I think 2 seasons at the most.
Yeah, I think one's
probably, if they can fit it in a tight one.
Right. The Penguin's actually 8 episodes for the Penguin.
You could do it.
Yeah, which is like long now for seasons.
Well, this one was over an hour.
Yeah, and it was long too. That's the other thing. That's good. Yeah, if you can get 9 or 10 episodes and they're all at least like
no filler.
No filler, and they're all like 50 minutes. That's a lot of time.
How long should it take?
Yeah, that's a lot of time. The problem is a lot of these seasons now are like 6, and you get them for like 35, 40 minutes. That's bullshit. Yeah. I don't like that. I like a full season. So Agatha is getting 9 episodes actually. So the first 2 were all set up, which I know a lot of people have a problem with that now.
It surprised me. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it was a little darker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Some of the comedy didn't work.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy her before she became but she realized she was Agatha again.
Oh no, I like that.
You did?
The true detective part?
No, I like the story, but I didn't like her acting.
No, but she was doing it over the top on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't care for it.
But that's what they were doing in WandaVision. They were playing these sitcom-y or dramedy characters, but they were playing them a little over the top.
Yeah.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, we're in a show.
Right.
So she was playing that like hard-nosed detective, but she was doing it purposefully over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought she was doing a really good job, and everyone around her is kind of playing it straight.
Right.
And then Aubrey Plaza comes in. She just...
Yeah, I'll watch anything she's in.
she aside from her looks,
she's really good.
I know.
Yeah,
she's actually really commands your attention, when she speaks.
When she can do comedy's hard to do.
Yeah, and she can do comedy, drama, she can do dark, she's really a great fit for a witches show. And she has enough humor in her to roll with whatever ebbs and flows they have with the comedy. When they stayed more to like the The Craft, that old movie from the 90s, or what was it, Witches of Eastwick, that kind of motif is I think the show is better with that. I know there's going to be more comedy involved, but I like that tone that they had for some of the show.
Well, now when they're going down the witches road, it's got to be all witch stuff,
right? That's what's getting them into people just don't want to have. What were you supposed to do? Just
want to hit the ground running with Agatha?
Yeah. What are you supposed to do? Right.
No one knows the character.
First of all, you had to address how she was left at the end of season 1. Right. You had to do that, right? And I love that they took their time with that and kind of brought a little of WandaVision into this show, showing her she was still trapped in there and how she breaks out. I enjoyed that because I enjoyed the WandaVision a lot, and a lot of people watched the first episode of WandaVision and just bailed. It's like, oh, what is this? This is a sitcom. It's like, it's part of this. Give it a chance. It's part of the whole thing. Just give it a shot. First of all, Wanda was the girl in the girl that was killed by something heavy. That's from Multiverse of Madness, and then when she realized she's free to break out of there, all this other stuff you have to set up with these new characters as well. You got to introduce. It was a whole coven of witches. You have to introduce each one.
But it wasn't boring. I thought it was a good
people just don't like setup, I guess, anymore.
But it wasn't like boring setup. It was interesting.
I mean, and then there's the issue with the kid. The kid might be someone very relevant. Yeah. She can't hear his name.
Yeah, what's that about?
Some people are guessing that he's Wiccan, which is Scarlet Witch's one of her sons.
Oh.
So, and that's why she can't hear his name because he's under some protection spell.
Who's the dad?
Well, you don't know. Well, I mean, she conjured them up in WandaVision. They're not, remember? Yeah, one of the twins.
One of those kids.
One of the twins is named Wiccan, his superhero name. So people are thinking that maybe that's who it could be, and that's why she can't hear who he is. That's just a theory. But we'll see who he is. But now they're off into like the crux of the story, and we'll see how good it is from there. But I don't mind setup, especially when you have 9 episodes.
Well, I don't know the character. You have to set her up.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like Iron Man.
Yeah, it's not
set her up.
I think a lot of us that are in this, like because we know a lot lot everything.
Yeah, it's not just for you.
Yeah, I know.
That's
We're actually the minority.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the casual fan is the majority.
Know who Agatha is.
Right. The casual fan is the majority. And they need that setup to know.
I mean, I'm more than the casual and I don't know who Agatha is.
Right. Yeah. But you saw the first one, right? You saw WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. But that's all you know.
That's the first time I ever heard of her.
Exactly. Yeah. See, but a lot of comic book people, like they know what the Darkhold was. They know
no idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to introduce those things.
Yeah.
So in this show, it's a whole new cast of characters, except for bringing back what's her name from '70s show, who's so great.
I forget her name.
I forget Kitty.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. You could just watch her all the time. Now for comedy relief, that's perfect. She's very good for that.
Wasn't the black woman? She was in SNL.
Yeah, she was SNL.
She was SNL, right?
She was on SNL.
And the one who plays Agatha, she was SNL.
Oh no, Catherine Hahn.
What was she? What was her big break?
I think really movie wise, Bad Moms put her on the map, and then I think WandaVision you could really count as like her real big break. Like that was where she became like,
I know her from that.
She became like a household name after that. But before that, she did a lot of things. You always saw her and stuff.
Yeah.
But she didn't have like that big break until really like WandaVision. She was in 10 episodes of Parks and Rec.
I don't know why I thought SNL.
No, I think she looks like someone from SNL.
Maybe.
There's another cast member that was on a while back, and she looks like her. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Sherry O'Terry?
No. There's another, the one who did Martha Stewart. Anna Gasteyer. Anna Gasteyer did Martha Stewart. I think you're thinking of her. She kind of looks like Catherine Hahn. Marvel really is her real big break, I think. But I'm interested to see where it goes.
It's different.
It is definitely it's definitely a different wavelength from some of the other shows, and it's perfect for Halloween. It'll end. I think the last episode is Halloween weekend. So it's a perfect kind of like a Hawkeye was for Christmas, It's kind of
also surprised. It surprised me like Hawkeye surprised.
Oh yeah,
I didn't think Hawkeye was going to be like. How can you make Hawkeye good?
So good,
it was really good.
Yeah, and they're doing a second season.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. They announced that they're going to be doing a second season of Hawkeye, which is great. And I hope Jeremy Renner is able to do it.
Hawkeye versus.
Wow, this overflowing bag of dicks was just about to make light of Jeremy Renner's horrific accident. There really is no bottom for these two. I would wager my absolute last kilobyte that if Dave got hit with a snowplow, he certainly would not come out of it as a fully functional Avenger. No. He would look more like the guy at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade after he drank from the wrong cup. And then, he would get hit by a snowplow. Bazinga. That was a good one. Keep flushing away your limited time on this planet with this pair of total asshats. Bitches.
I hope he's at least
I think he's all right.
Yeah, no, he seems fine. He seems like he's fully recovered. I just hope he's in a lot of the episodes.
Looks like Norman Reedus is rumored to be the new Knull in the new Venom movie.
Yeah, they showed like a little snippet of the white hair.
Yeah, but it's not confirmed, is it?
No, it is confirmed.
It is?
He's going to be playing him, and people are like, "Oh no, they're gonna ruin." They're gonna do like a Bane, like they used Bane in Batman and Robin.
Yeah, they're gonna waste it.
Just wasted him, just burned them. And so they're worried that because this is such a huge character. Do you know anything about Knull?
Yeah.
What do you know about Knull?
He's the god of symbiotes.
Oh, how do you know that?
I was like into that when it came out for some reason. It caught my eye and I knew.
You didn't read any comics though,
I was following it.
Oh, yeah? Well, how do you follow? What do you mean following it?
Like they give you like you can like read a synopsis of a comic.
You're reading
Cliff Notes of a comic.
You're reading comic Cliff Notes?
Yeah, I did. I got through it. I know that I think he
You reading
killed
audiobook comics?
Like he killed Venom, and then they brought him back, and then Venom kills him.
Yeah, I think in the end, yeah, that's exactly what happens.
Got
right?
it.
Yeah, right.
Nailed it.
No, yeah, that's basically what happens in a nutshell. Yeah, so it's an important character. No one thought he'd come to screen this fast, and especially in a Sony movie.
They're gonna ruin it. Sony's gonna.
Well,
ruin
you
it.
know what I heard? I heard that they might just be using him as a very quick kind of, how like Thanos was in some of the Infinity Saga movies where they just showed a snippet of him,
right?
And he wasn't the big bad of the film.
Yeah,
they could be doing that
because he's a lot. It's a lot.
Because they could just use him as a bit of an antagonist, like he's sending the threat to Earth.
Yeah,
and then at the end, he's just he's not going to actually have any scenes outside of his cage. They're not going to break him out of his cage. Yeah. So everyone's hoping that that's the scenario, and so
is he going to be in the MCU?
Well, no, because Sony owns Spider-Man. So Sony is going to make Spider-Man movies with Knull. That's going to be, they're going to hold him for their movies, That's a huge villain for Sony to be able to access.
But they're going to use Spider-Man in Secret Wars too.
Yeah, but but
how many movies, how many Spider-Man movies can you
That'll
make?
probably be a Spider-Man movie after Secret Wars with Knull, because you have to first introduce Venom in the MCU. So I don't know if they're going to take this Venom in the MCU or have a whole new Venom. Probably a whole new Venom, I would think.
Seems there's a lot of stuff kind of coming all at once.
Yeah.
Doctor Doom and Knull. And how do you do it all?
I think it'll be okay. Don't worry. I don't lose sleep over it.
I'm gonna.
Nerd.
You're going to ruin the legacies of all of these people.
But at least, it's intriguing. Like, I don't think I was going to see that movie in theaters, but now I might just because of that.
Yeah. Well, for the 2 minutes he's in it.
Yeah. I've seen movies for less.
Yeah. That's why they leaked it.
Some people go to movies for trailers that are coming out before. Remember when the new Star Wars came out, like episode 1? Remember that? People were going to see whatever the movie it was. They were going to see the movie just for the trailer and then leaving.
I think it was an awful movie too.
I don't know what movie it was, but they were literally buying tickets for this movie and then see the trailer and bolting. It was incredible. Another show on Netflix that I randomly just came across because I'll watch anything with Jeff Goldblum in it, because you can just watch him. He literally, that's a guy, you could just watch him read a phone book and it'll be entertaining just because of his cadence and the way he speaks. This is called Chaos, which it's a modern day take on the Greek gods. Have you seen any of these?
A little bit, not much.
Oh my God. I thought I was going to turn it on and it was just going to be silly and funny. And it was just going to be one of those kind of like over the top comedy, but it was actually way, it actually got more like not serious, but it's darker than I thought it would be. And Goldblum, I thought he was going to do like a Grandmaster kind of thing with Zeus. He plays Zeus in this. So I thought he was going to do like a Grandmaster thing, but he doesn't. He's actually kind of unnerving and a little dark, but still keeping that Goldblum, humor. And he turns all of Olympus. Olympus is like he turned it into a country club with like a tennis club with ball boys and stuff, who he just abuses and like kills at random. If he gets angry, he just kills them.
Was it a half hour?
Those are like around 35 minutes. Yeah, they're not that hard to get through.
Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy. It's a dark comedy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a dark comedy. Definitely a comedy.
Like
but it was
sitcom-y?
No, not sitcom-y. More like one camera shoot. But it's really good. It's all about, he's a tyrant. He's not a good guy. He's a real bad guy. And all the other gods are trying, and all the other gods are not great either, but they hate him. Yeah. And they're all trying to like figure out how to get him out of power. And then there are some humans that are involved that are integral to the plan. And the underworld is just like a processing unit. Like people just process. Hades is just like an overworked clerk, It's really good. Dionysus is like a clubber. He just goes to all the clubs and stuff.
That show that Dak Shepard's wife was in, Kristen Bell, where they were in hell. I forget the name of it.
Oh yeah, wasn't Daniel Radcliffe in that too? Or was that a different one?
Ted Danson.
Oh, Ted Danson was it? Yeah, it's kind of like it's similar to that. I forgot the name of that one. Yeah, but it's darker though. Darker and it's on Netflix, so they're violent with it too. It's really good. You should check it out. It's an easy watch. We got through them in like a day. We watched them all. It was really interesting, and they set it up for a second season too. But Goldblum is just he's just so maniacal.
There you go.
I'm not scared of you, Zeus.
You should be. Well, I'm not, even though you seem to be trying to behave exactly like our father.
What the fuck is it? What?
But look at you now. You did it. You destroyed Dad. Just don't become him. You must reset the frame's use. If you won't do that to protect the family, then I will.
You're an ambitious little weasel.
Zeus.
That's what
Zeus.
you are, aren't you? You never liked that I just gave you death. You always felt like you deserved more than that, but you're the runt, Hades. You're where you belong, down in the dark!
And when he uses that humor and also is like dark about it, it's like really kind of unnerving. This Beau Demayo is becoming a weekly fixture.
You won't go away.
He's joining Zack Snyder.
He's like the Disney's main villain.
He revealed the original plan for Doctor Strange 2. And I'm sorry, I think he's talented, but I think his plan was way worse than the movie we got. And the movie we got was good. I don't think it was a bad movie. Multiverse of Madness was a good Sam Raimi movie.
I didn't love it.
You didn't love it? No. I
No.
mean, it was Sam Raimi. It was his style.
Yeah. I don't love Sam Raimi.
Okay, yeah, but so
I don't
you
like
didn't
that
like
style.
you didn't like the first Spider-Man movies?
Not as much as everyone else did.
It
was good, but I mean, it wasn't. I don't
You
know.
like Holland's movies better than Sam Raimi's?
Yeah, I think so.
Overall?
Yeah.
I can't fault you for that.
Yeah.
But Sam Raimi has such a unique style to him, and that was a pure Sam Raimi movie from beginning to finish. And what we got in there with Wanda having the complexity of, being taken over by the Darkhold and, then finally realizing what she was doing when she saw her kids scared of her. You wouldn't have had that with this plan that DeMaio had where she accidentally beheads Wong.
I already like it. this is way better.
I didn't want that. I love Wong.
Accidentally.
How does that happen? Yeah. She's guilt ridden and she's apologizing to Strange. She apologizes to Strange and then leaves him with his dead friend's body. Like, wow, how uplifting.
That's just like a perfect Three's Company episode. Chrissy.
Somehow there's a two-way door, a flapping door that she's hiding and putting her ear to.
Then she goes like the shrug.
Doctor Strange holding Wong's headless body and just
Wah, wah.
We'll all meet each other at the Regal Beagle to have a laugh about it. I love some of the comments on the Reddit boards. Bro decided to say fuck the NDA and dig the hole deeper and deeper.
Might as well at this point.
He's like, oh well, floodgates open, I broke it, so I might as well just say everything I know about Disney, everything I was involved with.
If you're gonna get in trouble, get in big trouble.
Go big or go home.
Is Shohei Ohtani the greatest baseball player of all time at this point?
It's like if you can't make the argument that he's not
50-50.
Yeah, it's like how do you argue against it? He pitches,
and he's an ace,
and he's an ace pitcher.
He hits home runs.
Yeah, he's a triple crown category hitter. Like, how do you make the case against him?
I mean, he's a six-tool player. There's never such thing as a six-tool player.
Right. I guess it's just all about longevity now. How long can he go?
Yeah.
Right.
How many years does he have to do it?
How many years does he have to do it?
I mean, he's already 30.
At a high level.
Yeah.
And then you call him the GOAT,
He's 30 already.
Yeah. I mean, baseball players can play longer than most.
Yeah. If he does another 2-3 years of this.
Right.
Had he not?
Yeah. If he stays at this level for another 2-3 years, I guess the only thing that's missing is championships, right? He needs rings.
Yeah.
He needs a ring.
Barry Bonds has a ring?
Barry Bonds didn't win any championships. No. Yeah. But he's he's tainted though anyway because of the steroids. No.
His head's just naturally gigantic.
It's a growth hormone issue. I was born with it. No, you rubbed it on your head. That's
He at 35 naturally got gigantic.
The sad part about that is he didn't even need to do it.
No, he already was great.
He was already going to be one of the greatest players of all time. You didn't need him, A-Rod. They didn't need to do it. Maybe McGuire needed it to do that 70 season.
Yeah, he was just a home run.
Yeah, maybe he needed it.
And Sosa.
And Canseco and Sosa maybe, right. But players like A-Rod and Bonds who have elite hit tools, they didn't need to do it.
Have you look at Bond's numbers before?
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're all-time great numbers. Yeah, that's the shame of it. He didn't need to do it. Ohtani, yeah, how do you? He's just got to do it. I think a little longer, a couple more years, and if he wins, he can win a ring. That would really help his cause.
I mean, he's MVP this year for sure.
Yeah, 50-50. Never been done, right?
No,
never been done.
50-50.
Right, that's crazy.
Insane.
50 home runs. There's, not everyone's a sports geek. They're just regular geeks.
Sorry, I have to do it every week. Now you guys deal with it.
Right.
How do you like it?
That's 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases.
Oh, wait.
I thought it was 50 foul balls and 50 hot dogs in one inning. Yeah, that's an amazing accomplishment.
I bet you that gambling thing at the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you that was a thing that was swiped under the rug because of how good he is.
I actually believe that what went down there. You don't think someone takes advantage of someone like him?
I don't think that much money goes missing without somebody knowing.
These guys don't check. When you're dealing with that kind of money, you really you're not counting pennies in your account.
It's not pennies. It was millions upon millions.
Exactly. You don't even know millions are gone. That's how much money he's got.
Nobody knew. The accountants don't know. Nobody knew. None of his business people know anything.
Well, I thought they did. That's how they found out about it all, right?
I don't know I don't think that's how they found out.
No, I don't know the whole story. I can't comment on it. Not gonna.
I don't know how much money goes missing. I mean, if I'm missing $5, right. I know.
Yeah, when you're missing $5, you know about it. When you're missing 10 million from 90 million, you don't know about it. You don't have no idea.
I don't know.
You never want for anything. There's never. You don't even look to see how much money is in there every month. You just use your credit card.
Yeah, I guess.
And speaking of the greatest of all time, Eli Manning.
I just see the comment section now.
The greatest New York quarterback of all time. I can say that. He is the greatest New York Giants quarterback of all time.
Sims? Better than Sims?
He's the greatest New York quarterback of all time. He's definitely better than Namath, too.
Tarkenton?
Yeah, all of them. He's the greatest New York quarterback.
Than Namath, yeah.
He's the greatest New York quarterback of all time. No doubt about it.
I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely. And for people to think that he is not Hall of Fame worthy, first of all, the numbers are there. You just look them up. They're there. The yards are there.
Yeah. He's got a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, he's got a lot of interceptions. So does Brett Favre, right? So do a lot of guys.
Yeah. Gunslingers.
And he had, if you compare his wide receivers to a lot of other elite quarterbacks,
have anything?
He had shitty wide receivers.
No.
Yeah, for most of his career.
His best wide receiver was Plaxico Burress for 1 year.
Who shot himself.
Yeah. And it wasn't like he was a great receiver.
That was the best he ever had.
By far.
Yeah. He was the best he ever had.
Yeah.
So to say that he is not worthy of the Hall of Fame, then just shut the place down. Because that guy, bring in Tasker and shut the place down if Eli can't get in. He totally deserves it. And you can't tell me that postseason doesn't matter when you're judging an entire career. Of course, then why are we playing? Okay, you're playing to win championships. Right. That's the point. And he came up big in the biggest moments.
Yeah.
All right, 2 unbelievable historic runs.
Right. The whole run
from beginning to finish. Yeah. And yes, they had a great defense, but he had to put the points on the board, right? Yeah. He had to make those crazy throws. The Manningham throw in Super Bowl 46.
That's a dime.
That was even better than the Tyreek.
Well, the Tyreek's just that's not a good throw. It's just a great catch.
It actually was a good throw.
It's a better catch than a throw.
Yes, I'll agree with you on that, but it was also a good throw.
Yeah.
Considering that he was almost sacked.
Well, did you say that? I mean, the whistle should have been blown.
He got out of it. He got out of it, and it looks like he just heaves it, but he puts it in the only spot that Tyree can jump for it. The only spot. Right. And it's one of the greatest catches of all time.
Yeah.
But then the Manningham throw.
That's a dime. It's a dot.
He threaded
that's incredible.
He threaded a urethra. All right. The male urethra.
Ow.
Ow. On that throw to Manningham against the Patriots.
That was a catheter.
Yeah.
It was a catheter throw.
Yeah, that was just incredible. And those are not the only 2 instances of
if you watch
him being great
regularly.
Yeah,
he made those throws.
Came up big in big moments on 2 historic runs, right? And it's not like he was shit all the other time, too, right?
No.
He didn't have a lot to work with in between those 2 great seasons. Right? They should have had a good season the year after Super Bowl 42, but then Plaxico Burress shot himself, and that season was going well. And right before he shot himself, he shot himself, and then the whole thing, the whole season went to shit. Right after he shot himself in the thigh, idiot.
He never had a running back, really. I mean, Tiki Barber was probably his greatest running back.
They got, they had Rondane, they had Jacobs. Jacobs was a monster.
Yeah, but I mean, they weren't.
Jacobs was literally, I think,
beast of
a
guy.
monster.
Yeah.
It's like 6'7".
Yeah, he was. He was gigantic.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. You imagine him coming at you like that was scary.
Move right out of the way.
He was really good for the couple of years that he had. But yeah, he never had like franchise players around.
No Pro Bowl guys.
No, he never had franchise players. Odell Beckham, he got him late in his career.
Yeah, but they were already
and
garbage.
that was like a flash in the pan for like a year or two where he was an elite player.
Yeah.
But so he's going in. I don't care what anyone says.
Who inducts him?
You mean at the ceremony?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, his brother, of course. Yeah.
Maybe it's
maybe the dad. Maybe the dad, Archie.
Dad,
the Archie can do it. You think he picks a teammate?
Maybe. The coach?
Yeah, maybe he does. Wasn't he really close with the center that he does the show with?
Oh, yeah, O'Hara.
Maybe O'Hara does it because they're kind of good friends. Yeah.
Because he didn't do it at Peyton's. Eli didn't speak at Peyton's.
That's true. Yeah. No, maybe it's O'Hara. Yeah, the center.
If you didn't let me speak for you at yours, you wouldn't be speaking at mine. Just I'm telling you how little brother works. Absolutely not. Just out of spite.
Fuck you. You're not inducting me. When we get into the YouTube Hall of Fame one day.
When we're the set two people, the only two in it.
Yeah, but I'm going in. Yeah, you're not allowed.
That's the stipulation.
You got to X him out. I don't want him next to me. How's that early season Caitlin Clark bet you made looking?
It was playoff start tomorrow.
Right. What did you bet again?
$10 wins me $1,500.
Nice.
If they win.
That is insane.
I did at the beginning of the year, and they only let me bet 10.
What were the odds on that?
It was crazy, something crazy. I don't know what it figures out.
That her team wins the championship.
Yeah.
Right.
Beginning of the year, I played
$10 wins you $1,500.
Yeah. And I tried to bet more, but they wouldn't let me.
They wouldn't let
the max, 10.
Right. Wow. What made you even do it?
I don't know. I just thought I saw a couple. I think it was
because you're a degenerate.
Well, that too. That's the base of it. But I saw a couple of games like, wow, she's really good. Yeah. I mean, and these are really good odds. I could have done an early cash out, but it was like $75.
Oh, it's like it's like
you can do early cash out.
It's like the Howie Mandel game show.
Deal or no deal.
It's like deal or no deal, right?
Yeah, that's how the Hard Rock does.
They give you they say
you can curl a shot. You can do that during live games.
Go away now for this amount of money.
Yeah.
And then what was the offer?
$75.
$75.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's gone down.
Can
now.
you call someone up and say fuck you to that?
I think they're going to tell you, fuck you, you degenerate.
You go in there with the button, with the button cover, like from the game show.
Place it down.
No one knows that you're who you are. You walk in. To
security comes in 2 seconds.
You walk into the Hard Rock. You put the button under. You just no deal, and just walk out.
Okay, Bob.
Every day, this guy.
See you tomorrow.
That's cool though. I hope you win.
Well, I'm going to be watching the games now.
You're taking me out for a meal if you win.
Shit, well, after taxes, it's nothing. $1,500.
$1,500. You'll get like around like 9. You'll get like around 9. Yeah, around like 9. Well, I mean, they don't. No, you'll get $1,500. You have to.
I know.
Declare it on your taxes.
Oh,
right.
You do?
You have to.
I mean, I do.
Declare it on your taxes.
Of course.
IRS doesn't watch this show, do they?
The one person that watches the show. Some guy, big fan, Bill at IRS. Bill, he works for the fraudulent betting division.
Everything's getting audited. I don't know why.
We're his big case.
Yeah. It looks like you guys actually spend more money on this podcast than you made on that bet, so you're free to go. Losers. All right, that was way too much sports and testosterone.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we gotta.
Let's nerd it up.
We gotta pull it back. Time to pull it in. So I bought this issue, the Ultimates 4. Cool cover, right? I love that cover. So I only do spec. I don't like the spec on things like if something. All right,
calm down, man.
Glossary term, right? Spec. You know what that is? The spec.
It sounds racist.
It means to speculate, short for speculate.
Oh, I know. I remember that.
That something big will happen in the movies or something like that, and then that issue will rise in value. Right. So, I mean, if you watched Swaggle House enough, you would know more about speculation.
Does he light speculations on fire?
I told you, leave him alone. So I love this. So I don't mind specking on a book if I really actually like.
I shouldn't spec on a book. That devalues it. Don't spec a book.
Turning it into a verb makes it more violent somehow.
Can you spec a raw book?
See, you're doing it sexually. Everything you're doing is sexual and a little bit aggressive. Really, a little aggressive too. I'm feeling.
Well, a lot of P. Diddy news.
it's in my head. But yeah, so I don't care to do that if I actually like the art and I read it and it's really well written. It's probably a series I should be reading. It feels like, because it's really interesting. They hype this up. The writers hype this up as this will give you some insight as to what's going on with Robert Downey Jr. and Doom and how that's all gonna work out. Yeah, that was the hype on the book, and this is the variant cover, which I thought was really cool too. Yeah, it's very cool.
It gives me like the Batman Who Laughs vibes.
Right. Well, this character here, back here, is
the Iron Man Who Laughs.
No, the Maker. That's his name. So in this issue, it was revealed that the Maker is actually a spoiler alert, another variant of Reed Richards. Right. So Reed Richards has captured another Reed Richards and turned him into Doom, like through brainwashing and like psychological torture. Right. He's turned him into Doom. But then what they revealed in this one is that the person who's been doing this is another Reed Richards. So how that relates to what's happening with Robert Downey Jr.
It doesn't.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's more hype than substance in the book. But the only thing I can think of is that possibly this Doom that we're going to see was turned into Doom by another Tony Stark. And this Doom that we're going to see actually is Tony Stark, but it's a different version that has been brainwashed into thinking he's Doom. That's the only parallel, unless someone out there has more insight than I do on this book. That's the only parallel I can figure out between that situation and the one in Avengers Doomsday.
Did Christopher Nolan write this book?
There's no time travel.
Conception.
So, well, I mean, there is kind of is time travel. You go through different universes. Yeah. So yeah, right, like Inception or that Christopher Nolan movie. I still to this day cannot figure that movie out. Tenet?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I got 10 minutes. I was like, no, I'm too stupid for this. Way too stupid for this.
That movie is crazy. I got to really sit down and try to
not gonna work.
Zone in on it.
Yeah.
It's a very freaky movie. Yeah.
Too much ADD for that movie.
But I don't think Nolan was involved in Ultimates 4. But that's the only parallel I can see is that there's like some kind of version out there brainwashing this Tony Stark into thinking he's Dr. Doom. And he actually thinks he is Dr. Doom. So they would be doing Victor Von Doom, but he isn't truly Victor Von Doom. Yeah. He's been somehow turned into him. Otherwise, I don't understand why they would say this comic has something to do with that whole situation.
It could be something so tiny. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't know what they're talking about.
They probably just
they think it's big, but it's not,
Well, they sold books. Well, it worked on me.
That could be.
Yeah. I bought it because I liked the art, but I also, that was what got me intrigued in it was because they said that. Yeah.
When you think you're going to understand Tenet with that kind of behavior?
Well, now, if it doesn't come to pass and this book has nothing to do.
You're going to sue him.
We're going to sue class action suit.
We'll hop on Beau Demayo's suit.
Everyone who bought it, Ultimates 4, will have to get a class action suit and sue Marvel for emotional damages.
Someone will take it. Someone will take it.
Better call Saul.
You're not going to get that good of a lawyer.
Right. We're not going to get Jimmy.
Yeah. Think more public defender.
Think more Night Court. Dan Fielding. We'll get maybe Dan Fielding.
More Batman news. He's getting a Hollywood Walk of Fame star.
I mean, it's just, it's not important, but it's just stupid.
What is?
Giving a fictional character a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. I don't know if does Mickey Mouse have one? Does the other fictional characters have them? Yeah, okay, but you know what's going to happen now, right?
People are going to pee on it?
Well, that always happens. Drunks will pee on, I'm peeing on Batman. You're Batman. I just peed on you. You'll have those people.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen now, and it's already started, now there's petitions to like, oh, Batman can't have one unless Superman has one too, you know?
How does that take place? Like who?
It's not like a Hall of Fame induction where you earn it. There's money involved. Like you have to actually buy, or somebody has to donate it and buy you your star. You know, it's not like a full merit thing.
But who's initiating it? Because there's no real Batman. So who's initiating the star?
Yeah, I mean, it's a promo thing. Yeah, somebody like DC,
right.
They probably are footing the bill for it, or maybe some extreme Batman fan. There's probably DC.
Yeah.
You know, and it's good promotion.
Well, the whole Walk of Fame thing is stupid. They should dig the whole thing up.
Well, it's important to some actor. It means you've made it, you know. Like Ewan McGregor just got one. He seemed pretty emotional at it. They have,
all right.
Yeah, they have like, you know, people come there and dedicate it to them. Like he had, Ewan McGregor had Hayden Christensen there. Yeah. And it was like, you know, people get emotional at these things.
I heard a lot of them just buy their own stars.
Yeah, they buy them. They are bought.
That's kind of sad.
But you have to, I guess they have to approve it though. You can't just like, we can't just go and get
why not?
The Unchosen Ones.
We have 500, almost 500 people watching it.
Do you know who we are? You go into the office. Hi, we'll take the star now.
You put us right in your bathroom or something.
I don't think you understand. We have almost 500 subscribers on YouTube. Did you hear what I said?
YouTube, 500.
Yeah, but it is like, you know, like a little political and
so who cares?
Yeah, well, but what's going to happen now is it's going to open a Pandora's box because now they want Superman.
So give Superman one.
Because if Batman gets one, Superman should have one. He's more recognized. Sure. His symbol is more recognized. He's been in more songs. He's like the most referenced fictional character in all of song. Yeah, Superman, and he was the first superhero. So of course he deserves it more than Batman.
So why didn't they get him a star?
I don't know. They did. Batman's cooler, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But now, so people now are starting a petition for him. And then, what if they give one to Superman, right? Then there's going to be, well, why no women? Why you got two guy superheroes? Then they're going to have a Wonder Woman one. So then you got to do the Trinity.
So do the Trinity. You're saying you just don't want women to get stars. Is this a long way around? You don't want women to get stars?
Subconsciously, I think I might need to speak to somebody.
In conclusion, women shouldn't have stars.
Is that where I was going with that?
Sounds like it. It's awful misogynistic. Stars are male. Stars are
that's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the end game for you. And then women get them.
Oh no.
What are we coming to? You might have to go, check yourself.
Think I'm listening to too much Joe Rogan. A couple of sequels that are possibly in production. Constantine 2 and Goonies 2.
Well, they don't make anything new anymore.
I'm torn on Constantine 2.
Why?
Because I really liked Keanu Reeves. He's one of my favorite actors. And I like that first movie too. Yeah. I think it was good. But then after that movie came out, I started to actually get into Constantine. And now I like the original version of the character. You know, the blonde hair, the English accent, you know.
Well, they can do that too.
Well, they can't do that with him.
Is he DC? Is that part of James Gunn's universe?
Yeah.
It could be an Elseworlds tale.
It would be an Elseworlds tale, yeah.
They could still do the regular one.
You can do that and then do the main street.
You're acting like one of those people now.
Right.
That's what they're feeling. I want to get the one I want.
Right. Well, they could do both. I mean, the guy who did the live action TV show, he was actually pretty good. Yeah. He was really good. And the animated version is fantastic.
They should get that guy.
Well, I don't know what he looked like.
The animated guy.
It's just Roger Rabbit now. Only Constantine is animated. Everyone else is live action.
I would see that.
But I mean, if they say they're going to make a Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves, I'm there. I'm fucking there.
And he's like passionate.
Yeah, he is.
So it'll be a good script.
Yeah,
I don't think he would do it.
He's been wanting to. They actually didn't Stephen Colbert ask him like
he was he's been trying to get it made.
Like, what's the movie you haven't made that you want to make more? And he said Constantine.
He couldn't get it for a long time. No one would make it.
Yeah, no, I hope they do make it. I hope they do, because anything with Keanu Reeves, I'll usually watch. I think he's an underrated actor for what he brings to the table.
Yeah, well, he's got his niche.
Yeah, because remember they said that Will Smith was offered Neo at first.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
No, but I mean now you can't. But maybe you could have if you.
Yes, but we would have not had the Keanu Reeves version. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think you can make a judgment in your mind of those two
I don't
versions.
know. That's your Monday morning quarterback.
But he would have had humor. He would have been like,
I don't know if it was the same script.
they would have played to his strengths, and they would have had some humor in it. You know, it would have been.
Look at the Bad Boys. Who was originally Bad Boys was supposed to be.
Oh right.
Was it Dana Carvey?
Yeah,
and somebody else.
Yeah, Dana Carvey and somebody else from Saturday Night Live.
And John. I don't want to say John Lovitz. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but it was
someone like that.
Yeah,
that would have been. That sounds awful.
Yeah, that would have not been good.
That'd be great, like a universe where that movie was made by them and Will Smith made the Matrix.
Yeah, yeah. It's when it's already ingrained in you the way it happened.
Yeah, that's how you see it.
It's hard to think of it the other way. But I think objectively, just thinking like, would I think a Will Smith Matrix would be better? Just flat out no. You know, just like I wouldn't even be able to defend that part of the debate, like why it would be better.
Well, it'd be different.
Yeah, it'd be different.
Maybe
bad.
it'd be good. Well, maybe it'd be good in its own right. The way they did it.
And then Goonies 2, I've been wanting that to happen forever, just forever. Yeah. Because it's like, why not? Like, look at that cast. Well, you could totally get them back together and do some kind of story with their kids, or they have to help another group of kids. I mean, I guess you got to introduce a younger.
Yeah. Can't just do them.
Then it would get like sad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as Corey Haim comes on,
Corey
Feldman.
You're
same thing. Same guy. Exact same guy.
No, he is not with us anymore, Corey Haim.
He's not with us.
No, we went over this already. We've already had this conversation.
Corey Haim.
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah.
Corey Haim is dead. Right. Oh. Some of the best movies of the 80s. Those two guys.
Yeah.
The Corey movies.
Corey Feldman's alive.
Yes.
Same thing. Is Corey Feldman alive? Have you seen those concerts?
What is that? What is that? A serious thing?
It's like
or is he like goofing on himself? He's serious about it.
He's a pop star.
Oh. In his own mind.
Well, a lot of things in his own mind.
Still doing Michael Jackson.
People are showing up. I think he does like malls.
Do they ever?
Malls. Like the middle of a mall. I think that's what that is.
Is that really what that is?
I think so. Well, was he doing the Madison Square Garden?
He's doing like fairground stuff.
I don't think he's at that point. I think he's doing malls. Yeah.
I don't think they do mall concerts anymore.
I think he does.
Really?
I think he's the last one.
I mean, how fast does he say yes to Goonies 2? Like,
oh yeah,
the land speed record.
He's got a special Goonies 2 phone in a glass case.
If it lights up, that's it. The day has come.
It's the Goonies phone.
And now it'll be funny if they do get them all back, because now I believe like the guy who played Chunk, he's skinny, and the Mikey is now kind of a little large. I
haven't seen Chunk.
Yeah, he's like a skinny guy now.
Yeah.
Right. I saw they did that during COVID. They had like a reunion, a Zoom reunion, so they could do like reverse jokes now with that. And the biggest star, I guess, of all of them is Josh Brolin, right?
Oh no, the Asian kid.
Oh right,
he's the biggest draw now. He's got an Oscar.
That's
that guy.
Right.
He's the only one he's got an Oscar.
I always forget his name. Ken Ye Kwan, something like that. I don't know if I butchered that.
I don't know.
But yeah, he actually has a fucking Oscar now. Can you imagine?
He's like the top bill,
right?
He's the guy who's going to make the most money on that movie.
No, Brolin will make the most money.
Yeah, I guess.
Brolin will make the most, 100%.
Well, what about Sean Austin? He's got...
Yeah, I mean, he's got Lord of the Rings cred, but...
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I know, but he's not going to make... He's not going to... Brolin's going to make top billing there. Then... I
think you're wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think Brolin's third. I think it goes... Yeah, I think it's...
No. There's... Winning awards does not always equate to what you get. Tom Cruise has never won an Oscar. Okay?
Yeah, but his movies make a ton of money.
Yeah, exactly. But Brolin is a pole. Brolin
on his own.
He's been in big time movies. I mean, he's fucking Thanos, and he was Cable. He's been in big movies. The Coen Brothers movie. He was huge. That was a big time movie for him as well. What was it called?
I didn't see it.
That's your problem. That you don't watch Coen Brothers movies.
That's your problem.
No, it's not.
That's the Coen Brothers problem.
No, those are great movies. They're great movies they make. They're fucking idiots sometimes, Why don't you watch Coen Brothers movies?
I don't like them.
You don't like The Big Lebowski. Something wrong with you.
It's overrated.
Yeah, he doesn't like The Big Lebowski.
I didn't say it's bad, though.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, by not watching
overrated.
By not watching it, you said it's bad.
I watched it.
I don't think you've watched the whole thing.
I didn't care for it.
You deserve
Careful.
every bad thing that someone will say about you about this. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Big Lebowski is one of the greatest films ever made.
I don't care for it. Fight me. I see that. I think it's overrated. I don't think it's
You're crazy.
a cult.
Yeah,
It's a
that's not a
classic.
cult classic anymore. It's now just a classic.
And at my
Okay?
house.
It's on AMC. Okay, that is called
Well,
American
there you
Movie
go.
Classics.
True.
In the title,
That's true.
that means it's a classic.
I mean,
Okay?
there's nothing on that channel that's not garbage.
It's all our movies now. There's no more black and white movies on that channell. It's all our stuff.
Remember,
It's
it
all
used to
80s.
just be like,
Yeah, all black and white.
Charlie Chaplin.
Right, right.
That was the Goonies.
That's right. Now it's Back to the Future. It's fantastic. That's the channel that shows the best movies now. Yeah, Brolin will get top billing on that. 100%.
But I mean, people have to lower their expectations. It's just gonna be a fun, stupid
right,
movie.
Right. It'll never capture.
It's not gonna be, you
right.
know. Don't worry about the canon of it. One-Eyed Willie's, the legacy of One-Eyed Willie. Like it's, you know.
You know what people love when you lecture them? They love it.
It was his left eye that he was missing in the first one. No, it's his right eye. Woke. That was how long ago?
Too long. 85.
85.
Yeah,
So
don't do the
that's-
math. It's depressing.
That is depressing.
That's 106 years ago.
I don't think you're far off. Is that 50 years ago?
In 10 years ago.
40 years.
Yeah. Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. That's crazy.
40 years ago.
40 years. 40. 40.
40. 40 Christmases. Can you imagine?
40 Arbor Days.
I can remember every single one.
I remember Arbor Day 1991. It was a redwood. We can't have a show without Zack Snyder. We just can't. He's like a mascot now.
I hope he watches it and he goes,
This is, I think you got to get excited about this. This you can get excited about.
I'm not going to get excited.
A
about
prequel 300 series.
Did the first movie, did he take it right from like...
Actually, he does have a writing credit on 300. So he directed it and he was part of the writing there.
I want to know how much it was changed from the book.
But he doesn't have a writing credit on Watchmen.
Exactly. His best work.
Well, it is his best work.
It is his best work. It's fantastic.
But I think he knows that world. He did it perfectly already. So he's already done an amazing job with that property. So I'm all about him doing a prequel series for 300.
You watch it. You let me know.
No, you'll watch it right away. You'll watch that. I know you will. You'll watch that right away.
I'll watch it. I'll hate watch it.
No, you will. What do you mean hate watch it? There's no reason to hate on him.
How long is it?
21 3-hour episodes.
And then there's the Snyder cuts of each episode, which is double.
The Snyder season.
Don't even say that. Don't put that out there. The Snyder season.
The entire season re-released.
I bet you he does that.
With 45 minutes additional footage in each episode.
Oh my God.
They have to invent a new digital storage system just to hold his seasons, all his data.
We can't fit this on Netflix.
How many SBs you got in there? How many Snyder bytes are on that hard drive?
It costs a lot of money to have Snyder bites.
And they're also a snack. Snyder bites.
Snyder bites. They take forever to chew.
All right, Chewy.
It's like an everlasting gobstopper.
Everlasting gobstoppers in black and white. Have you had the black and white gobstoppers? Gobstopper Noir.